holes, and you have to make sure that that hole is right. This gives you infinite options, and it stretches, just like our waistline stretches. You know what the funniest thing of all is, and Chad, you don't know this, but tonight when we were going over the show, our producer Rocky said, Adam, he said, Adam, it's funny you're presenting that, because I just bought a belt. He spent nearly $50 on it, and he showed us it looks exactly the same for one, and he spent nearly $50 for one of them. So this is obviously a hot trend out there right now. For the gentleman in your life of any age, a belt is gonna be so well received. Chad, the problem with buying somebody a belt is you never really know what size to get, right?
Well, especially now, because maybe you haven't seen that nephew or that uncle or that dad in a couple of years, quite frankly. And I don't know, I post some photos on social media. They may be accurate or they may be photoshopped. I don't know. I maybe bring my waistline in a little bit like everybody else. So if you don't know the right size or the accurate size of a family member or a friend, stocking stuffer this year, you know what the #1 stocking stuffer is? Belts, every single year. So here's what we're talking about. I'm getting my tippy toes up here. This is the belt. I'm wearing it here. It's in the silver. All right. This is the silver that comes with the navy. I want to show you here. It's on me. It fits perfectly. My pants are snug. If I have a little too much to eat, if I need a little more room, do you see what's happening? The stretch belt goes all the way out, but then watch when I take my hands away. It snaps right back into place. Clever. This is just extra fabric over here that goes right back into the hole. But my belt goes and stretches with me. Why? Because it's made out of that mesh. Rocky's not wrong. I mean, I'm sure Rocky, myself, Adam, we've all bought plenty of belts. Belts cost $50, $60, $70, $80. Yeah. Here's a leather belt. Ours is not made out of leather, but I wanted to prove a different point. This one is a leather belt that I bought before I had the stretch belt. It was $85, still has the tags on it because it doesn't fit me. Belts only usually have 5 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 holes on that. And you know what happens? You end up trying to poke a hole in between, one a little further, one a little further in. And if you're trying to gift a belt, this is a nightmare to know their exact size, because this is a 34. Okay, this is one size. I'm a 32, I'm a 30, sometimes I'm a 34, and I'm a 30 today. That's what we're going to say on national television. But at the end of dinner or at the end of Thanksgiving, if I'm a 34, I'm going to show what happens here. I can go out to a 34. I can go out to a 36 if I really needed to. So to get 2 belts that stretch and grow, and Adam, your shot's probably a lot better. There's leather accents on both sides, real leather accents, real metal clasp. This is that extra little belt loop that goes and catches the extra belt that we're always missing. It's actually included with your purchase today. And the stitching, the embroiderment around that makes you understand the quality of a legacy company like Bell+Howell coming to your rescue this holiday season for a stocking stuffer.
These are real leather accents, and I can smell the leather from here. These are real leather accents on the belt. It's genius. You know, you can talk about how there's an infinite number of options in terms of size. You could talk about the fact that it's going to stretch for you when you need it to stretch. It's brilliant. Nephews, cousins, uncles, dads, boyfriends, brothers, anybody's going to love this. Here are the options. This is going to be your black brown. This is the most popular choice, and we're down to final quantities. So black brown, we're taking last call now. We have no more for the entire season. They just gave me an update. We're at nearly 3,000 sold. I mean, this is so wildly popular. The other one is going to be the navy gray, which honestly is, maybe get 1 set of each and you might keep one or give one. I don't know, but I just think at this price, it's like $10 a belt at this stage. I don't know how you can beat that. It looks fashionable. It looks it looks in vogue, but it really is for everybody. It's ageless. Again, did you see that? He placed it and it looks smart and there's a finesse and it's got that put together feel, but you don't have to choose one of just 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 holes. You can place it anywhere in there. And then when you sit down for that big Christmas lunch or the big buffet, you know, this will expand with you. Again, you put this on, look, it expands in the size. Why didn't we think of this? This is such a simple idea, but a great idea. Okay, they're letting me know this option right here, black brown, if you want that call immediately. I have the navy gray, which is, this has now gone into the most limited. Oh, okay, sorry. Black brown's still most popular. This is now the most limited. Jeez Louise. Chad, I think it's fresh. I think it's new. I think it's unique. And I think it's the price point that we're looking for. It's $10 or so each. I mean, that's a sweet spot for a great gift. Again, real leather accents.
Yeah, and I don't want the price to confuse anybody, quite frankly. This is Bell+Howell. We've been around 114 years. We're in 99 countries. The only way we're able to deliver value like that is because we make so many. We're buying raw materials in bulk. In fact, we have an animation that can show you exactly how the belt is made with the woven material, and why you're able to adjust this to any pivot point along the whole path. The whole belt is essentially a whole. So it doesn't matter whether you poke it there or there or there. It's that woven technology where when you even unclasp it, you'll never know exactly where you clasped it before. There's never a mark or a hole left behind. That's why for years and years, mesh belts have been so popular. That's why our producers spend over $50 for a mesh belt, because they're timeless. They're a staple in every wardrobe. In fact, I was on the Valerie's show, her morning show, with really meant for women type items. This belt is classified as a unisex belt. So if you're a woman and you're watching this and you think you want to wear this belt, go right ahead. Do what you want to do. But if you were looking for a guy, an uncle, a niece, or a nephew, a dad, a grandpa, this is the belt for that. I don't care if you think they already have enough belts. I don't think they say, I don't need another belt. They do. I'm speaking for all men right now. We all need more belts, especially ones where we don't have to be embarrassed, because you know what happens. At the end of dinner, we're adjusting the belts, right? If Thanksgiving dinner, if you're sick of watching Uncle Steve, you name the guy, Uncle Steve. Rick, of undoing this belt, and I'm so full, get on the stretch belt, because look, I don't have to adjust hands-free. I don't have to adjust anything. I had Thanksgiving dinner. I'm going to show you. The belt just stretches with me and shrinks with me. Right. As I pull it out, watch what happens. It gets bigger. As I let go, it snaps right back into place. I never touched this. I never had to adjust this.
But
that's
Chad,
the magic, Adam.
But it looks great as well. And
it does.
It's not just that it's this clever design, and it also expands, and it has an infinite number of places to adjust it to. It looks great. And I don't want to, embarrass our amazing producer, Rocky, but Rocky, I think you'd agree with me. When you showed us yours earlier, this looks exactly the same. It looks exactly the same, except that was $50. This is $10 and change per belt. So it's a killer deal, as you saw with our quantity counter a second ago, 10, 15 at a time. We're always given information, folks, that obviously you can't see at home, but it's my job to give you that information. I need to be really clear, because I know it's late at night and you might be getting tired. I'm not, because I've had 16 coffees, but that's another story with our today's special. There's no more of these. Chad isn't here next weekend with another presentation, or in November with another presentation. This is it. You're watching what, quite honestly, is probably the last presentation, certainly, for the navy gray. There's no more. We have them in stock, ready to go, shipped out to you, but there are no more presentations available once this quantity is completely reserved. $20.95 for two of them, black and brown or navy gray. I never want to spend your money for you, but honestly, I'd get a set of each, because I think you will give them. Look, you might not give two belts to one person. That might be a gift for Uncle Doug. That might be for Uncle Steve. If you get the other set, that might be for your nephew, and that might be for your son. I mean, you could just split these up any way you want to, but remember, the stories are plentiful. If I just show you, well, I'll do it on the blue one for a second. The first thing to know is real leather accents, okay? Unlike a traditional belt, if you come up close, notice there are, no, I'm gonna use the brown, it's easier to see. If you look at this, there are no holes in it. You see how there's no holes? The reason there's no holes is because you're not limited. When you go to put this belt on, you can poke the buckle through anywhere. Anywhere you want, that buckle can go through. So you're not limited to where it can live. Not only do you have that flexibility, this belt is flexible. So you're wearing it Maybe you're a 32 this week, but just after Christmas, we jump up to a 34, whatever it may be. It grows or shrinks with you because we all change size typically, right? This can grow or shrink with you. I think it's brilliant. I think the price is astonishing, and you can see why nearly 4,000 have been sold. Chad, final words on our amazing stretch belt 2-pack.
Just get it home and give it to somebody you love. I mean, quite frankly, it is the #1 stocking stuffer, a belt every year for guys across America. And this, don't let the price reflect the quality. This is an item they're going to go, oh, you must have spent $50, $60, $70 on. It's great, Adam. Have a good night.
Chad, you're the best. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much for bringing us 2 great products tonight. We'll see Chad a little bit later on. Hundreds of calls coming through for this. Again, last chance to be able to get it for the entire year. What a great stocking stuffer. Thank you for being a part of our show.